Mayday to you guys. Out on Leesville Lake today. It's about, I don't know, 79, 80 degrees out here. Totally beautiful. My first time out this week, or not this week, this year. Actually, my truck was in the shop for about 2 months, and we had a bunch of rain and some heat in June. But I'll tell you what, I'm finally back and I'm out here. So let's get out on the lake and let's catch some fish. Let's do this. Well, I'm sitting here over at Second Cove, across from the rocks. Yellow wall's over that way, and got a little dock right here. I had a first cast Johnson, but I missed him. First cast, he was on, and I didn't set the hook. But they're kind of where we're at, and just fishing with a rubber worm. I don't know if it's really the rubber worm that I want, but I'll take it for right now. Just seeing what's going on. Getting some good cloud cover. That's a bonus. It's already working up a sweat. Moving up the lake. This set of docks right here usually gets me about a 2 to 3 pounder. So we're gonna sneak in there. Well, I fished that dock. There's kids over there swimming, so not too successful. They're screaming. You can probably hear them screaming. They discovered an echo whenever they scream, so they've been having fun with that. That doesn't mean we can't catch something. I'm gonna drift down along here, see what I can catch. Throw around some of this dead wood. I'm just throwing a worm basically on a weighted head, which will kind of take it down to the bottom pretty quick and then get it. That's that Elastec material that kind of will float. So when you get it on the bottom, you can kind of dance it a little bit here and there. Be nice to catch a fish today. Most of the people I talk to that have been out here on Leesville this year, they catch 1 or 2 fish, that's it. Usually when my friend Doug comes out, he'll catch 8, 9, 10, and he's really had problems out here this year. The weather was just really weird. Finally, first one of the year. Felt a hit on the last one. Felt a hit. Welcome to the boat. Reeled in, I set the hook, reeled in, my worm was gone. I was like, oh, there's gotta be a fish there. I wonder if it was this little guy. You know? He's little, really little. Tiny dude, but I'll take him. At least we know there's some fish. A guy told me he was kayaking back here and he saw some big bass back in this cove. And so I didn't hesitate. I got over here right away. Hopefully this is the start of something good. Really screwed up my worm. Let's throw back in there. Get another one. It's gonna straighten up this worm a little bit. he jacked that for being such a little dude. All right, we're good. Let's do it. Got one pulled right out of the weeds, man. He's a good one too. He was sitting right in the weeds. That's where Doug and I used to drop shot, right here. This might be one for the pliers. Pretty good one. Hold on, buddy. I literally had to cut the hook with a pair of these things and then dig the hook out. Let's get him back. There he goes. Whew. I don't like that. That hook was a little deep, and I knew it was going to take time to dig out, but I literally was able to get in there and take this thing and cut the hook. The worm came out. Then there was a piece in there hooked into him. I was able to go and grab the barb and pull it out the other way. So I'm glad I found those and I knew where they were. But he was a nice one. Fought hard. Let's get another one. I switched over to a black and blue creature bait with a skirt on it. A little pit boss, basically. Kind of imitates a craw or whatever. Put that on there. You can see it's got little flappers. Then I got the skirt on it. That's the creature. That's the skirt. I got a Texas rigged with a weight on it. So I'm scooting it down on the bottom a little bit. There's a lot of weeds through here. These weeds would be probably really good for drop shotting. Doug, you know what I'm talking about on that. Doug and I came out here one morning and I was across the lake and he's over here. I can hear splashes and splashes. He's over here drop shotting, pulling 2-3 pound bass like every cast in these weeds. So I've got one out of it. We'll see what else I can do. Well, my camera keeps overheating, but it must have cooled down just in time to catch this little guy. I switched over to a jig on a minnow. I was throwing the worm, I was throwing a creature bait, switched over to a jig on a minnow and started ripping it through the hydrilla. And the next thing you know, stupid thumbnail. But anyway, I put a minnow on a jig head, paddle tail minnow. Been kind of just throwing it where I'm seeing them splashing around and ripping it through there. Like right here. Seems like when you rip it through those hydrillas, it's like magic. Of course, my boat's drifted quite a ways from where I had that one on. My mouth's so dry I can barely talk. It's the Mojave Desert out here today, man. We're gonna go up here. We'll catch one on this guy. I have a feeling they're hitting these. All right, so perfect. Let's get you going this way. Let's throw right out there. Start ripping it. Missed the weeds altogether in that throw. Well, I moved over to the north side of the C-shaped lake. This lake goes like a C. I'm on the north side, but this is the far north side. Right after, if you're coming from the marina, you pass Denny's Cove, and this whole area is shaded right now. And I had to come over here because the camera, it kept turning off because of the heat. And I think it's so hot out here, heat stroke won't even come around. But it's like 30 foot deep here. I've never caught a fish in this area. I mean, I shouldn't say I've never. I've caught some double fluking along the shoreline. And over here, there's some logs sticking out of the water. I actually caught a couple fish there one day. But other than that, I fished through here a million times. You never catch anything through here. It's just really deep. There's not a lot of cover. And so I just came over to cool down, get the camera to cool down, because it's about 5:13, 5:15. And I think I'm gonna hit Denny's Cove as soon as I cool down a little bit. Yeah, I'm seeing fish. They're all at about 15 to 20 foot deep, but they're all like small, probably a school of crappie. But I'm just gonna screw around until I feel like going over there and suffering through the heat again. It's probably not even that hot. It's probably only about 85 degrees, but that sun has been brutal. The water temperature right here is 86 degrees. That's almost 87. Well, I'm back in DC. Denny's Cove. This is the biggest cove on the lake. Someone asked me to show where it was. On the north side of the lake, it's definitely, there is no other cove this size. I mean, it's like, goes for like 3,000 to 4,000 miles that way. You hit the North Pole by the time you're done. No, I'm just kidding. But it does go. It's pretty long. I mean, it's probably 20 football fields long. But I seem to have some luck up here, even when you shouldn't. I mean, like today, yeah, they haven't been hitting very often, but we're gonna see. We're just gonna try it out and see. Maybe I'll have some luck. I've caught fish here when I never thought I would, and I haven't caught fish here when I thought I'd come up here and catch a bunch. So this is just one of those days. We'll see what happens. There's got to be fish in here. I have never seen this cove with this many weeds in it at all. Never. I mean, they're all through here. This would be a great place in the morning. Get in here and drop shot or drag a worm through this stuff. Anyway, it's looking pretty good. I think we're gonna catch something. Well guys, as you can see, I'm in my truck driving home. Denny's Cove, I could have fished it, but it was blazing hot out there. I'm getting a little too old for that stuff, man. I mean, hot to the point where it felt like my face was melting. There's a lot of weeds out there, so if you want to dance around the weeds, probably grab some bass out of there. I recommend doing it in the morning. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. 3 fish. And till next time, I guess, Mayday is out of here.